Echinops botanicus, or the sea holly, is just about finishing flowering now. You've still got one or two flower heads rather, with some flowers that are over and some that are showing. Got a couple of flowers here which are still to come out, but most of the flowers are looking as these few here. The flowers have completely died off, but the flower casings are still there, and this is the moment to think about cutting them as a dried flower. If we look over here, we see that this flower head has been allowed to go too far. The seeds are now ripe and the whole flower head is falling to pieces. Those seeds there you see are fully formed below the flower stalk, and those could be saved and stored for next year, but there's no way with that flower head will make a cut flower. We're too late. But this group down here are just right. They're still firm to the touch, and these will make a decent cut flower. If we get at them now, and you see they're quite prickly leaves with some sharp spines, so I've taken the precaution of putting on a rubber glove. We don't want to dry the leaves because these flower heads are ideal for spraying with tinsel or spray paint. They'll dry off and hold their blue colour, and there'll be something for a dried flower arrangement for Christmas, maybe with dried hydrangeas. But you've just got to catch them exactly right before the flower heads have started to disintegrate, and I think we might just risk that pair there. Bit of bindweed growing up, but never mind. Although the flower isn't quite over, I think it's in a condition that'll dry, but that flower isn't out, so we don't want that for this purpose. They may not look much, but supposing they were sprayed white and sticking out in a nice vase of winter flower arrangement. It isn't every herbaceous plant that cuts and dries, but Echinops really does. And if we were to go through this whole border, the plants are dying down, they've gone a bit mildewy, they've blown over in the winds because we didn't have good enough stakes. But there's still plenty of flower heads dotted about here growing in with the agapanthus, and we could certainly get a good clump together to cut and dry. Something a bit different, something a bit unusual. Make your guests ponder when they come for Christmas and think how well you've done in preserving a bit of the garden through for the Yuletide.